Good morning, how are we doing? You joined me this morning on Roos Beach. I'm out for a few hours. I have come here not so much for the fishing but more to raise awareness of mental health and the benefits of fishing and how it's associated with mental wellness. So I've got one rod, literally a couple of leads, a little bit of bait, and I'm just going to come out, sit by the sea, enjoy the fresh air, get some vitamin D. It's a lovely day, and hopefully make myself feel a bit better. So no further ado, let's get set up and started. I think we can all appreciate that the world we're living in today is constantly changing and not always for the better. There's a lot of factors inflicted on us all every day through society and work and family and physical problems that are out of our control, and we just got to suck it up and deal with it, or that's what we're told. But the important thing is that we look after ourselves, because if we don't look after ourselves, then we can't look after the people that are important to us, and they're the people around us, our family. So fishing has always been a massive influence on my mental health. I've suffered with my mental health most of my life, and it's of no surprise to me that fishing and being outside in the elements, exerting myself, challenging myself, has had massive benefits over the years, and it still does today. And this morning I challenged myself to come out and do this video. So I'm just going to quickly, for the benefit of the people interested in the fishing, I'm just going to quickly bait up a squid and bluey bait while I talk to you. I find being outside a massive release for me. I've struggled recently just to leave the house and get out, and I think we can all sometimes relate to that. I was out yesterday morning with Roy, just around the corner. We had a good bag of hounds each, and the fishing was good, but I fancied doing something different today. I could have gone back out with Roy this morning, and I also got an offer off Don Cook, which was nice. I like Don, he's a lovely guy. He called up the house to check on me yesterday, which was really appreciated. But I challenged myself this morning to come out, do something different on my own, no pressure, and there's no doubt that the benefits from being out fishing, experiencing this freedom, a little bit of taste of isolation, sound of the waves on a beach, you know, the sound of the birds around the lake, it's massive. And it's really important that you get out. It doesn't matter what you do. It's been proven time and time again that exercise and sport is massive for people with mental health problems, and fishing is exactly the same, if not better, because there's so much you can gain from it, physically and mentally. It's a beautiful day, it's absolutely stunning. I'm quite relieved I made the effort and I've come out. So for the benefits of the people interested in the fishing, I'm just finishing up a bluey and a squid bait on a 3/0 pennel, and just a 7-ounce lead. I'm fishing my Any Fish Anywhere Grand Prix Pro. I'm going to attach a 7-ounce lead to this, and I haven't had a practice cast yet, but I'm still just going to hit it as hard as I can and hope for the best. And I'm going to try for a ray first, tidy little bait, and then sit down and have another chat while I prepare some more stuff. Let's get this one out in the water, shall we? Well, I've got to be honest, I wasn't expecting that. It's been in the water 2 minutes and the lead's out already. Let's have a look. Well, that caught me right off guard. An instant bite, instant success. Conger, or £4. And straight away that's got the heart going, and yeah, I'm feeling better straight away. Result, good success. I better get another one baked, didn't I? Well, that caught me completely off guard. It was literally in the water 2 minutes, and couldn't have asked for a better start really. So yeah, heart's still pumping a bit. It's nice. So while I'm just sorting this out, baking another one up, we'll just continue to have a chat. The first thing with mental health is recognising that you've got a problem. It's really important that you don't just push back and go, no, I'm fine, no, I'm fine, no, I'm fine, which is what everybody does. No, I'm fine. You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Because most of the time we're not fine. The first step is not being in denial and recognising that you've got a problem. Once you've recognised it, you then got to say to yourself, I don't like this, I want to change. Once you've overcome that hurdle, which is quite a big hurdle, not a lot of people can do that. A lot of people see it as a weakness. I'm not frightened to say that I've had problems, I've got problems. I'm happy to share. Quite an open person. You can then start to build, start to move forward. And there's lots of ways you can do that. The first thing, in my opinion, is recognising what are the bad factors. Is it a physical thing? Is it an economic thing? Some people struggle with their families. For me at the moment personally is stress, and the build up around that is basically what we've been inflicted to through COVID over the last 2 years, and through my job I've been inflicted to a lot of things, and you put it off and you put a mask on and you cover it up and you hide it and you tell yourself you're okay and you tell everybody you're okay. But it got to the point and I said, no, I'm not okay. I need to deal with this. Something needs to change. So that's what it was for me. So it might be the environment, it might be the people, it might be your surroundings, it might be your circumstance. There's lots of things, lots of pressures. We've all got them. There's not a person in the world who is not currently suffering from some level of stress and anxiety. And a certain level of stress is good for you. It's like a survival instinct, it makes you fight harder, which is natural, which is good. But sometimes it can get overwhelming, it can get too much. And it's at these times that we've got to recognise where we are and what we've got to do to change. And this is where fishing comes into it for me. This is where it comes into it. I couldn't think of anything better. If it was raining today, I'd be happy. If it was blowing a gale, I'd be happy. We got favourable weather. We got northwesterly, it's coming slightly over my right shoulder. It's good conditions for the venue, but I'm not here for the fishing. The fishing's secondary, completely secondary. But being out, being around people, being around positive people, in a positive environment, with positive circumstance, can make the world of difference to everybody. And that's what it's about. Recognising the problems, changing and adapting for the better. Because like I said, if you don't look after yourself, you can't look after the people around you. Right, I've just done the same again. Blueberry and squid on the same rig that we just had that eel on. I'm going to go launch this one back out there now. See if we catch something else. What a start. Caught me off guard, that one. But still, I'm happy. We're going in the right direction. I'm just going to bait up another one because I'm completely unprepared, and continue talking about the matter in hand. I'm not really keeping an eye on the rod, but the ratchet's on. One of the things I love about fishing is the hardship. I love going out and being challenged. I love the outside, the elements. It can really make you step up your game. And when you're outside in the elements, it can make you realise things about yourself. It can make you work harder, work faster. It can make you discover stuff about yourself that you don't realise are there. I love getting back to the car and sitting in my car seat after taking my waders off, putting my trainers on, which feel amazing, and sitting in your car seat, which feels like heaven. And it's all these little things like getting outside, getting out and exerting yourself and exposing yourself to these conditions and all these factors that you realise, and you realise all the things you take for granted. Simple things like the comfort of your trainers. You go home and you sit on your sofa and the comfort of your sofa feels superb. But you wouldn't have recognised that if you had just stayed inside and not done anything. Fishing allows so many elements to be exposed. It allows your creativity, your hope, your mystery. It shows people's passion. You get massive true reactions from people when they're fishing. You see people's true personalities. It's amazing when you see people catch that first fish, land that first blonde they've been targeting, see their first smooth round run, feel the power of it, go casting and improve and get better. You see people's natural reactions, and there's so many elements in fishing that can bring out so many positive sides of people. It is so beneficial for people in so many ways, and you get to be around positive people, good people, in a great environment. The waves today is just nice, it's relaxing. Like I say, if you're on a river, listen to the birds, on a lake, it's amazing. You get to see and experience so much that people don't experience at home. So many things. The coastline we got in South Wales is absolutely stunning. It's amazing, and I'm really grateful. I'm really lucky. I'm lucky in so many ways. People can take a little snapshot and say, oh, you've got a nice car and a nice house and a nice family, and you've got a successful business, and you achieve this and you achieve that. But we're all guilty of taking snapshots. But there's other stuff underlying. There's other stuff there that people don't see, because we've just taken a snapshot, and we all do it. You know, and that's part of life. You know, we all take that snapshot, that little visual image, paint a little picture ourselves. But what's important is the big picture of how we are and how we're maintaining ourselves and how we're dealing with ourselves. And it's important, as I said before, to step back and recognise these things and do something about it. Change the negativity, take yourself out of that toxic environment or that negative circumstance and replace it with something positive. Like today, look at that sky, white clouds, blue sky, sound of the waves. It's heaven. There's people in the middle of England, in the middle of the country, in the middle of America, never get to experience the beach and the coast. We are so lucky. It's all on our doorstep. Feeling a lot better already just by being out. I've barely been out half hour. What a great therapy this is. Not a happy eel. I gotta be honest, when I was reeling that in I thought it was a blonde, and the bite, that's a nice eel. Nice surprise, and I tell you what, my heart is pounding. What a buzz. What an absolute buzz. What a beautiful fish. Let's get her unhooked and chuck her back. There she is. She fooled me. I thought it was a blonde ray. It's not. It's a nice big fat prime eel. About 12-13 pound. Really solid fish. Really solid and fat. I really thought that was a blonde ray. My heart is still going. God, I love this sport. It's so good for us. Look at that. Prime Mr. Eel. Right, I'm going to put her back where she belongs safely. Thank you, mate. Thank you for making an appearance. I'll put you back. Out she goes. Swimming back. There she goes. Thank you, mate. Thank you for making my day. Making my acquaintance. I really appreciate it. Well, I've been here an hour. I've had 4 casts. First cast I had an eel. Second cast I missed a run, which I'm assuming was off a smooth round, which picked up a bluey and squid bait. God, I feel great. I feel really good. It's strange though, because anybody who suffers will tell you it's like hitting a brick wall sometimes. You can literally walk into a room and it's like that black shadows following you and it just engulfs you. So, you know, I feel good at the moment and I'm really, really grateful for that. Who knows what later will bring, but either way I'm happy now and I'm living in the moment and it's good. Caught off guard, like I say. First cast eel, second cast I missed a run, third cast my lead popped off on the cast, fourth cast I thought I was a blonde, which is what I was hoping for. It ran a bit, stayed deep, didn't come up like a blonde, and I seen it. It was a nice eel, nice chunky low double eel. So I just put one more out with fish baits, pushing my luck because the tide's about to turn. There's a stack of weed out there now. There's a stack of weed on my line, and I've got 2 leads left, and I'm reluctant to carry on fishing here. I want to go fish a different area further up and try for a hound, and just have 2 more casts, hopefully, fishing for a hound. So I'm just peeling some crab at the moment. My rod is buckled over and jumping all over the place with the weed. So I want to go back to what we were talking about earlier, and about recognising problems. It's all very well recognising them, but it's also fundamental that you tell people and you share. People you trust. That could be difficult sometimes, but it's really important that you talk to people, talk to your family, talk to your wife. What you don't need is people saying, you need to do this, you need to do that. All you want is someone to listen and understand. We don't need solutions instantly. We just need to share and help each other. It's really important we help each other, because we're only here once and we all leave a footprint, you know. I'm not talking about a carbon footprint, I'm talking about a physical footprint, memories, impressions, and that in itself is huge, you know, for your kids, for your family, for your friends, everyone. So I just want to stress on that, you know, you've got problems, talk about it, share it. People can help, they can point you in the right direction. There's professionals out there who deal with this every day. It's their job. It's their job to help people. As you can hear, I think the tide's turned and that lump of weed is slowly travelling down. So I need to get on that, because otherwise, even if there's rocks on my stand, there is a chance it could fly over. So you'll have to excuse me. So, I've moved. I've messed up a little bit. My last 2 leads, the one was an 8 ounce and the other one was a 5. I put the 8 ounce out, there's a lot of weed in the water, and straight away picked up weed and it popped my lead off. So I've just lobbed 2 prawns on an 8-0 and a 5 ounce lead about 20 yards, just on a whatever cast. But going back to talking to people, not everybody's got someone. A lot of people live on their own. I want to establish the fact that there's nothing to be ashamed of. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Admitting how you feel through your circumstance or what's going on in your life. If you haven't got anyone, then it's important that you contact your GP. Like I said, there's professionals out there. There's people there who are trained to deal with this every day. And that's what they do, it's their job. They're professionals. And they're there to help you. So, on conclusion, I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's only been a short session. I've been here maybe 90 minutes. I don't think I'm going to get anything on this last cast, but it's not important. The main thing was just getting out of the house, because I struggled to get myself out of the house recently. And I've done that, and I've had a few fish, raised my heart rate, been out in the sunshine, listened to the waves, had a break from my surroundings, and it's been good. I've enjoyed it. So if I can help anyone, please feel free. If I can do anything for anyone, don't hesitate to ask. We're all here as a community. We're all here to help each other. And we're all here to make sure that we get the best out of our lives. It's important that you don't stay in a rut. You don't stay with that dark cloud above your head, that black shadow following you. And fishing is there. Fishing is there as a release. It's a massive release. It's huge. You can gain so much from it. Sometimes I go out and I know the odds are stacked against me, but I go out because I want a bit of hardship. And I want to feel like I've lived. And there's nothing better than feeling like you're alive. Almost blew the camera over. You're out in the elements. You're feeling like you're alive. It's amazing. And that's what I do sometimes. I go out just for the experience, just to touch base and put yourself through a little bit of hardship, knowing that at the end of it you can go back to your comfort zone. But you've got to get out of that comfort zone sometimes in order to grow and to strengthen yourself. So like I said, on conclusion, it's here, we're here. Go out, enjoy yourself. Go out, experience life, experience the world. Take yourself out of that toxic environment, away from that negative circumstance, maybe away from people that put you down or put other things down. That's no good for you. You've got to replace all the negativity with positive things. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. I hope it's been a benefit to some people. I'm not embarrassed, I'm not ashamed of the way I feel or anything I've said. I'm happy I've shared it with you. And like I say, if I can help anyone, please feel free. Reach out, we're all here for each other. Have a great day, look after yourself, tight lines. Thank you.